This other individual who's continuing to build on the project, him and we sat down and we developed the idea together. And he and we specifically selected the people that were involved in the project. And the fact that he shut us out and the fact that he ran away with the project in the way that he did, of course in the very beginning it made me angry. But then the more I thought about it, it was almost kind of relieving. First of all, not having to be in that situation with an individual with that sort of personality, not having to be responsible for his actions. And now it's coming out that he's been posting these videos on people's personal Facebook pages.
Yeah.
And they're angry. They're like, this was supposed to be anonymous. I didn't put my name on it. I gave myself a number, and you're putting it on my page. And all sorts of people have access to my page. And so now there's that whole responsibility of he doesn't have the waivers. He doesn't have any. It's a mess, and that's out of my hands now. Of course, I think people have been contacting Fernando about those videos, and it's almost as though people are gonna hold us accountable, but at the same time, we're not a part of that. But then the fact that the undocumented students in the group, our trust was violated, and we were the people that were closest to him. What does it say about other people? That's the part that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, he's trying to help other people tell their stories, and he's trying to help people have their voices heard, but our voices weren't heard, and we were working with the guy.
It was a creative project for everybody to, sort of like tell their story in a creative way. But it sort of started become like his vision, his project. He was doing the recording and everything. But as someone who sort of like creates stuff in the name of the DreamHack or whatever, when somebody asks, can I use your drawings for whatever, I say go ahead. Because if you're doing something for like a movement or whatever, this is our movement, you're giving away your creation. So, I mean, as long as nobody's taking credit for what you've done, that's cool, It's almost as if he was more worried about how he was going to look instead of worried about how the message was going to come out. I don't feel bitter about it. I'm not angry about it. It's just really sad that, it had to come to this and like all those other students that sort of like trusted us to film them, and it sucks because a lot of those people are people that we knew, like that we personally know.
Previous project, that one individual that individual could not relate to our experiences, so he couldn't understand why I couldn't allow him to put certain things on my Facebook page, or why I would take certain things down. He would just like reprimand me for it. He couldn't understand that part.
It doesn't represent all allies, because there's a lot of people who are not undocumented, who are not in this situation, that really understand, that try to understand what's happening with us. So, I'm in a way, like I'm still grateful that he's interested in wanting to do this. Same way that I'm thankful to everybody else, who's fighting right along, DreamHack students, and who are not, being affected by this.
But I want the project to stay. I want the videos that we shot to stay online, because the project doesn't belong to him. It doesn't belong to any of us. It belongs to the movement. It belongs to every 540 student, every DreamHack student in the country, because that's kind of what we envisioned from the beginning, that this project was for them. So I'm glad that he, in a way, I'm glad that he did that he put the videos back on, because I mean that was the point of the project. But a part of me just wants him. I just want him to say, you know what, I'm sorry that I did that, and another part of me wants to take that project, to like be part of that project as well. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
I felt that whatever happened, at least me personally, like it sort of fueled, more creativity. It was more like, as soon as we, I stopped working with the project, you know, I started doing the drawings and like this just took off, and it was almost as if, you know, like anger created, you know, creativity. I don't know. As a journalist, you know, the job as a journalist is to tell a story, to chronicle, you know, what's going on, what's you know, what's happening with, you know, whatever event or, you know, issues, whatever. And I think that's kind of sort of what we're doing. We're chronicling this is that a word?
Yes.
Chronicling.
Yeah.
You know, capturing the moment that's directly affecting us and just putting it out there.